Welcome to the sewers of Brooklyn, New York. This is Nick the Rat Radio. It's the only radio. Holy shit! What the?
Hi, everybody. This is Hindu reporting to you. Actually, okay, you know what? I'm not reporting to you right now. This is just
You're not reporting to you. Scared the fuck out of me, Zindu. I almost want to do a do-over on the intro, but I'm going to leave that in there. It really scared me. I don't know where Zindu just came out of, but put him back in. This is episode 201 of Nick the Rat Radio. We're telling, it's October. It's the 23rd of October. We're telling scary stories again. Fourth week. This is the fourth week of October so far. We're bringing you so many scary stories. I'm surprised there's anybody listening left because everybody got scared to death. At least that's what my manager told me. Tonight we'll be watching me drink a whole bunch of gin. So, hello, gin. We're going to pour a little bit into my cup over here. Let's get this going. Let's get this party started. That looks good. All right, let's get some of that in there. And then we're gonna throw a little bit of the seltzer in the gin. We're making our own White Claw here. We're making a... Oh, yeah. Making like a 30% White Claw. What is the proofage of this shit? Ow. 40%. Okay. It's better than the 5%. So I could drink 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 8 times. That's fast. To get the party started faster. Tonight we have a great show for you coming. Apparently that guy doesn't think so either. There's going to be a lot of stories, a lot of scary stuff happening tonight. News, music, stuff that you're not going to even be able to imagine. I think that beginning clip was from what was that? The Poltergeist. Poltergeist, and the TV with the weird hands coming out of it and stuff. That was freaky. If you think about it, there's a lot of scary stuff that has to do with technology. We don't really know what's going on with this stuff. Like, what is electronics? Things that use electrons. And what are electrons? It's energy. And we barely even know what it is. We used to think it was like ether and like ebbed and waved and flowed and all that weird crap. Now it's just little particles or something of energy that get pushed around. And sometimes they get too excited and they fly away. They get absorbed and stuff. A lot of weird things with energy. Imagine if electrons had feelings. We'd be fucked because we're like enslaving the electron world right now. We are masters of electricity, and maybe they don't like it, and they're gonna get back at us slowly, until they turn into killer robots or something. Way off topic right now, I think. But we have we're gonna start the show off with a whole bunch of not a whole bunch, but at least one song. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna try to scare the pants off each other because I'm not wearing pants, so I gotta have to scare you unless I put them back on, and then you could scare them off of me again. But for now, we should listen to this song. It's going to be a really good one. I know it's good because I vet all the music before it reaches your ears. Wait, what's this one? I never even heard of this one. What? Mes Dunhammy? That was the hardest to pronounce title I've ever read. Midnight Vibrations. Why didn't we run this at midnight? Why are we starting the show with it? Because it's good? They paid us? They paid us for free music to play? Okay, let's play it.
thank you to Nick the Rat. Oh yes. Once again, we say hi to Nick the Rat.
Directive to Cyborg F-71.
The hell?
We will now test the virus in a proper environment.
The hell is this?
Move mutagen experiment V5
to Beta Grove
on the executive level. Let the virus infect the
Grove and observe
its effects on vegetable and animal life forms. When the strain is perfected, we will release it on the Earth, where it will facilitate our conquest.
Whoa, what the heck was that? That was weird. Yeah, I hope you liked that last song. It was pretty groovy. I dug it. All the music that I play is on SoundCloud. It's all under my likes. It's all free. It's all CC BY 3.0. So do with it as you wish. Even though every time I upload any of this to YouTube, it gets flagged for copyright infringement. So, whatever. I'm not making any money off that anyway. I've got big advertisers, which I'll be mentioning later in the episode. But we're not going to talk about the advertisers now. The show just started. You can't start the show with ads. Even though a lot of people do that. Wait, what? I do have to start the show with an ad? Where's the copy? I don't... Oh, that one? Hey guys, this week's episode is brought by Killshare. It's a kill. It's basically, how can I explain this? I used the service for a while. It's kind of like an application. You join up, you pay. It's a couple of bucks, and we have. What do they call it? It's kill specialist. Yeah, we have kill specialists that will let you meditate and pretend that you're killing people that you want dead. And sometimes it could actually come true. It's the number one hex giver in the United States of America. It's void in France. Don't know why it's void in France, but you can't use this application there. It's reported 15,000 users, and a good 5% of the people that they wanted dead actually died from using Killshare. There's a couple of really exciting things in the app. It teaches you voodoo doll boxing. So if you ever want to do a little exercise, a little boxing, it's good for your physical. It's cardio too. So Killshare is also one of the number one birthday presents. You can give apps for birthdays. There's Instagram decoration hexes. What you urine and you? Oh, yeah, I remember this one. You could get printouts from Instagram sent to your house of people you don't like, and the app will teach you how to defecate and urinate on the app. Well, okay, well, we're done. We're done with this ad, right? That's good enough. I said, okay. Kill share, kill share, kill share. I had to say it 3 more times. Sign up when you can. It really helps. And yeah, so if you sign up for Killshare today, you'll be doing your part as well. As I was saying, I really hate when shows open with advertisements and stuff like that. So I like to start it with usually with Zindu telling the news. It helps to ground people, and they really get to know what's going on in the world.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the most creepy news you've ever heard. The scariest news. The Dark Sewer Network News. With your host, Zindu, the happy-go-lucky alien from planet Oktar.
What?
Oh, wait. Well, this isn't really news. It's just a change of events. There was a little meme called Pizza Rat running around the city. I guess this was Nick the Rat got a little famous that point in time. He was spotted with pizza, dragging it down staircase to this hooker he had knocked out down inside one of the subway tunnels. But that's neither here nor there. He has a run for his money now. Cigarette Cockroach is now in the playing field. He has joined the battle. It is a cockspearsman event. I don't know what the hell that even means, but
what?
Yeah. So somebody took a picture or a video of looks like a cockroach tugging on a cigarette. I bet you this is one of those sick, sadistic, hipster artists that like super glued a roach and a cigarette together. I'm 90% sure that this is what happened because roaches aren't that fucking stupid to try to like smoke fucking cigarettes that aren't even lit. It's not even a lit cigarette. He's just fucking tugging on it. There's no reason for him to do it. It looks like it's stuck to his face. It probably is because some hipster kid needed this for his art project. And apparently it works because I'm now talking about it on the news. Anyway, this has been Zindu coming to you with super duper spooky news on the Dark Sewer Network. Ha ha! Zindu out.
That roach actually came down to the sewer later that night, and we smoked a blunt. It was primo, too. Thank you, Zindu, for all that you do. I appreciate you, Zindu, wherever you are right now. I should get him in the studio live one day. No, he brought like a fully rolled blunt. It wasn't just a roach clip. It was nice. By the way, I read about something that really freaked me out earlier. I'm sorry. I got a... Whew. Okay. I'm better. I don't know if you people... Yeah. You people out there know that there's been a divide in the culture and society. There seems to be a manufactured war going on to make at least 2 people not like each other. It's very strange. And it's happening with a whole bunch of different stuff. And like, even with like conspiracy theories, there's groups of people that have one conspiracy, and then there's another group of people that have another conspiracy, and they're both mean to each other, and it's getting scary because it's getting worse and worse. At least Halloween seems to bring people together a little bit with scary stories, and they forget about their neighbors and stuff. But I heard about this weird conspiracy called the Black Knight Satellite. I don't know if anybody out there has ever heard of this thing, but it's been really freaking me out. And I don't know if to believe it, but it looks real. It looks like the picture's real. There's a picture from outer space from 1998 of a black shape floating over the planet Earth, over one of the poles, and it looks like a spaceship. It doesn't look like. I'm gonna post the link in here so you people can see it too. They're definitely out there just flying around. There's pictures of this thing. They try to claim you say this is actually. I guess it's happening to me too. I get scared of these things. It's so easy for people with thoughts to clash with other people. Like, I think this is real, but other people, they say it's just space debris. But I've never seen space debris look like. I've never even seen anything that looks like that shape. That looks like a weird little spaceship. It's scary. It's very scary. We also have holy crap. We have holy crap. Yeah, but it does look like a rock, but it's just floated. It looks like it doesn't look like an asteroid or it's the Black Knight thing. Look that up, and it's creepy. We have a phone number too. It's up there at some point. 917-719-5923. When I say up there, I mean there's video right now. I'm live streaming this on Twitch. You can go to Nick the Rat on Twitch, or chat in sewer chat somewhere. You can find stuff. We have voicemail 917-719-5923. Let's see if this works. I don't know. Oh, so low. That was creepy. Was that coming from the girl that I have locked in my closet? I hope she didn't get a phone in there. I might have to go in a minute. Check to see if the door is still closed. Wait, 917-719-5923.
This is Frou-Frou, the modern-day talking cat or rat or wherever you want me to be. Just calling to congratulate you on your 200th episode.
Oh, man, thank you.
Kind of cool. So I will say meow for now, and remember, it just beeps.
It's true. It's all about the beep, baby. Yeah, 200 episodes. We're 201 now. It's getting thick out there. You could almost cut this show with a butter knife. I don't know if that doesn't really sound like a compliment there, but you know, we do what we have to do. Mm-hmm. I got Susie. Are you in the booth? Is Susie in the booth?
No, she's on vacation right now. Sorry.
Oh, well, do you know anything about this satellite thing? Did you see a picture of it?
Yeah, I saw a picture of it, but for the love of God, it looks like Elon Musk's car on Sideways.
Oh my God. You're right, it does. Oh, maybe it's a time-traveling car. He did it. That crazy bastard did it. It does actually look like that. You might be onto something. Well, let's play a song as we look at this picture a little bit longer. We got Dream Bay by Will Moore.
get that feeling of deja vu?
You are not welcomed here. Remove yourself.
The hell was that?
Enter that room,
What room?
insect, and it will become your grave.
Whoa, that's some weird shit right there. I don't know what the hell that is. There's a lot of weird, there's some weird things going on down in the sewers the past few days. Like the other day, I was listening to this alien guy telling me the news.
Super duper spooky news with Zindu from Planet Oktar. Come to you live from the Dark Sewer News Network. We have this other article right here about stocks and Coca-Cola and what I think about all this bullshit here. The title of the article is Coke shares pop. Get it, pop, soda pop. Coke shares pop ahead of one of the most promising new launches in decades. Yes, Coke is coming out with a zero sugar soda and smaller cans. Basically, they're making more waste with the smaller cans because you're just going to drink more of it because that's how it just fucking works. If you put more product in less cannage, they could sell a 5-gallon bucket of Coca-Cola probably for like $1, and then you get to keep the bucket instead of tiny little fucking sippy doo-doo cans. You know what I'm talking about? And
no, I don't.
Also, that zero sugar Coke, I don't get that. Like, I don't know any alcoholic person or alcohol-ridden person or somebody that likes to drink that ever would think of buying O'Doul's. Okay, if you're going to drink soda but not have the stuff that makes it tasty in it, why just drink water? What is wrong with you people? What is going on with this planet? Why do you need fake brown water to make you feel good? Just drink fucking water. Or drink the real stuff. Just get the sugar. I'm telling you, it's good. Sugar's great, but they're really, you're drinking too much goddamn sugar. Anyway, their stocks fucking popped like 8% that day. That's my take on it is it's probably dropped already by then. This article is like a couple days old. It's from last Friday. So let's look up Coke shares. We're doing Zindu, Coca-Cola, Coke shares of Coke shares price. Let's see here. We got 1 day, 5 days, Friday. Where's Friday? There's Wednesdays today. Right now it's selling for $54.64. And on Friday, it popped up Friday and it dropped down on Monday. It went up to like 52 and then it went down to 54. Wait, how did it go from 52 to 54? That's like, that right there is 55, but they only, 55.28 was the max, and then the next day it dropped down to 54. Wow. Big pop. Wow, Coke. But then it's going back up again. Who the fuck knows what the stock market's going to do? What is the max on this here? Wow, Coca-Cola's never gone past 60. I would have thought it was like in like $1 million right now there. Anyway, this has been Zindu with some weird what news and where nuts. We'll come back to you a little bit later. Bye.
Zindu, guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Coca-Cola or your stock tips. They're bad stock tips. Don't listen to him. Sell Coke on the street corner. We're gonna listen to a voicemail, and then we're gonna play a game called Oh My God, I Shit My Pants. And to play it, you just have to listen to this story. It is scary. So first we're gonna do a voicemail, and then we're gonna play part 1 of a 2-part story from the great Illuminati. So it should be good. That'll be coming up in a second. But we're gonna just play a voicemail here because we have voicemails. So let's play this one right up here and see what's up.
It's Nick the Rat. He's where it's at. It's Nick the Rat. Where are you at?
Right
Have
here.
you seen it?
Call 917-719-5923. Feel free. Leave a voicemail for Nick the Rat.
Old school emoji for boobs.
That it? I wish there's more. That's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Sit back, grab something grab some popcorn and some orange juice. We're gonna listen to a song by Fletcher introducing the story by Illuminati, which is gonna make you so scared. If you die during the show, okay, you can't sue me, okay? That's all I gotta say. If you're listening now, you already signed off on it. So here we go.
Settle down and listen up for story time with a girl whose name is kind of hard to rhyme. La da 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 da. We all know her as Illuminatia.
Story time with Illuminatia.
Robot medium. Matthew had finished building a foot-tall, box-like robot prototype a couple months back. It was designed to simply roll around on its track wheels, give a weather report using data from local weather stations, and tell dirty jokes. It had cameras for eyes that it used to prevent from falling off ledges and run into walls, although it still did on occasion. It could also recognize human faces using facial recognition technology. It was designed to approach someone once it recognized a human face and ask, "Would you like to hear a joke?" in a comically monotoned robotic voice. If the person said no, it would ask, "Okay, how about the weather?" A second refusal would be met with a huff, and the robot would roll away. The robot wouldn't approach the same person again for 24 hours, or if the user commanded otherwise. He demonstrated it to his friends at a party he had hosted the following week. One of the jokes it told was, "How do you get a nun pregnant?" None of your business? Guessed one of Matthew's friends. "Incorrect," said the robot. "You fuck her." "Would you like to hear the weather?" answered the robot. It went over very well. As the group ate pizza, one of his friends cried, "Oh!" in the middle of chewing his pizza, and took out his phone. "Did you hear there's a murder in your neighborhood, Matt?" he asked. "No shit," replied Matthew. "Yeah," said his friend. "I saved this article for you and I was meaning to send it to you and I totally forgot," he said. He pulled up the article on his phone and handed it to Matthew. Matthew read about how a man named Randall Macias would kidnap women, kill them, scoop out their eyes, and hide their bodies. Police weren't able to find all the bodies of the victims to this day. When Randall died, so did the knowledge of the locations of his victims. "Creepy," said Matthew, handing the phone back to his friend. "At least he's dead, though." After the party, the robot was untouched for weeks. Matthew had set this project on the back burner when he was assigned to create an automation device for a medical device company. One Saturday morning, when he finally had room to breathe, he decided to go back to his joke robot and see if he could add any additional features to it. He powered it up and plugged it into his computer and started working on new features. He glanced at the robot and noticed that it had shifted itself to look at Matthew. Its camera eyes seemed to be oddly fixated on him. Matthew shook his head and figured looking at the screen for such a long time was making him see things. He got up and made himself a sandwich. Then he got distracted by a phone call he received from a girl he met a couple nights prior. She wanted to get lunch with him, and he adamantly agreed, threw away his sandwich, and left to meet up with the girl. They ended up spending the rest of the day together. Matthew came home late and immediately went to bed. He had forgotten about his robot, still powered up and sitting on his desk. Matthew woke up around 2 a.m. that morning. He wasn't sure what woke him up, but it took him a half an hour before he was finally drifting off back to sleep. Right when he was about to fall asleep, he heard something rolling on his hardwood floor. He drowsily sat up and clicked on his side table lamp. He rubbed his face with one hand and got up to investigate. As he walked past his bed, something caught the corner of his eye. The robot was positioned at the foot of his bed. "Aw, damn, I must have kept it on," he said. Probably started moving around on its own because of some kind of glitch. Fuck, I hope it's not damaged. It must have fallen off the desk. Matthew walked over and picked up the robot to inspect it for any damage. "Do you want to hear a joke?" it asked. "Oh, not now," said Matthew. "I can't see." "Huh?" Matthew asked. The robot's head turned slowly to look at Matthew. "I can't see." The camera eyes started to glow white, and from behind the lenses, reddish-black liquid started to ooze through the seams. Matthew dropped the robot and yelled in surprise. It fell to the floor with a loud thud. The robot had fallen in a position where the eyes were still facing him. Its lenses were no longer glowing, and there was no more ooze. Matthew swallowed hard. He stared at the robot for a long time before he picked it up again. "Weird glitch," he mumbled.
That was only part one. I can't... Luckily, I only shit half my pants. So, it's, I could even it out with the next part. Wow, that was good. I dug it. Can't see. I got chills. Everybody. Okay, we're gonna take a break, and we're gonna thank some sponsors when we get back, and we're gonna listen to more voicemails. They're gonna be great, just like this one right here.
It just beeps. What's up, man? Hey, I was just listening to a rerun of yours, and you mentioned beer.
Yeah.
Have you ever had Arrogant Bastard Pale Ale? If not, now, I think you prefer, like, the weaker pussy beers.
Huh?
Like Bud Light and crap like that. But if you want something with flavor, I would recommend Arrogant Bastard Pale Ale or Rogue Dead Guy Ale. There's also the Rogue Dead Guy Shakespeare Stout.
Those are good.
Now, I'm not allowed to do it where I live, but I used to brew beer, and yeah, so unfortunately I live in a HUD housing situation, and so they don't let me do it. So anyway, let me know if you've ever had it, and if I ever can make beer again, I will sponsor your show. You won't get much money out of me, but I'll do it. All right, man. Hey, love the show, and congratulations on your upcoming anniversary episode. My buddy Joe, a.k.a. Suncat, mentioned it, and so I wanted to be sure to, mention it. All right, man. Remember, it just beeps. Bye, man. Have a good one.
It does just beep. Whoa. He is correct. There will be an anniversary coming up in January. It'll be 3 years of doing this insanity. I think it's 3. It might be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In rat years, it's about 50. But, yeah, and if I totally will endorse bathroom hooch. As long as you're using the sewer, that's going to be perfectly fine. Sewer system, dark sewer hooch. Dark sewer hooch. Hooch. Okay, we're going to listen to a song right here. I heard if you do drink some dark sewer hooch, you might turn undead by Glycon.
Who are you? The computer nodes can be repaired, but you... Who are you? My cameras and probes scan your body, but you do not match any employee file. When my cyborgs bring you to an electrified interrogation bench, I will have your secrets, and you will learn more about pain than you ever wanted to know.
Next ride! Hey, motherfucker. You're a badass motherfucker. I just wanted to tell you that.
You're building a rock ship here. Fuck that shit!
The owls are not what they seem.
Hey, motherfucker.
One, 7, 7, 1, 9, 5, 9, 2, 3.
Well, yeah. That was Glycon Undead. And it's a groovy, groovy song. We're ankle deep in some spooky shit this October for Halloween. We're gonna be opening the phone line soon, but I just want to talk about more spooky stuff because technology is getting to a place where it might become a little dangerous, a little scary, kind of like ghosts and demons and what else? It's like they're like the electrons. They're like there watching us all the time. But who watches the electrons? Who electrifies the electrons? Is that the question? I don't. Why do I have this listed here? I have a Mark Zuckerberg clip here. Why I don't do this? This is not what I do. What is this? Hold on.
Of Facebook now allows politicians to pay to spread disinformation in 2020 elections and in the future. So I just want to know how far I can push this in the next year. Under your policy, using census data as well, could I pay to target predominantly black zip codes and advertise them the incorrect election date?
No, Congresswoman, you couldn't.
What? You probably could. But there's only robots looking at this shit. Like, you could buy ads left and right on Facebook.
We have, even for these policies around the newsworthiness of content that politicians say and the general principle that I believe that...
But you said you're not going to fact check my ads.
We have, if anyone, including a politician, is saying things that that is calling for violence or could risk imminent physical harm or voter or census suppression when we roll...
Well, so basically what he's saying, from what I hear, is this somebody like rats them out? Like, oh, they're showing something gory and somebody like reports it. But I'm sure somebody will, the fact checking should be done by the community. That's what they should say. But then you can't trust anybody. I think I was talking about Gene Witch about this earlier. Maybe that's why I'm bringing this up. Anyway, let's listen more of Mark Zuckerberg. What's going on here?
Roll out the census suppression policy. We will take that content down.
So you will, there is some threshold where you will fact check political advertisements. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, Congresswoman, yes, for specific things like that, where there's imminent risk of harm.
Could I run ads targeting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Would I?
Mark Zuckerberg thought she was talking about money. She's like, ooh, Green New Deal. I like that idea. What's money? What?
Be able to run advertisements on Facebook targeting Republicans in primaries saying that they voted for the Green New Deal? I mean, if you're not fact-checking political advertisements, I'm just trying to understand the bounds here. What's fair game?
Are you allowed to say that there's horny girls that live around the corner from you waiting to take your credit card information? Is that legal?
Yes.
So then, whatever. I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. I think.
So you don't know if I'll be able to do that.
I think probably.
Do you see a potential problem here with a complete lack of fact-checking on political advertisements?
Well, Congresswoman, I think lying is bad, and I think if you were to run an ad that had a lie, that would be bad.
Well, she's right. If Mark Zuckerberg was running for president and he said he wanted to be the, they're screaming in the background. And he said he was like he was a dog. He wants to be the first dog president, and he puts that ad out there. I guess if he makes it a little bit, if he says he's an android and runs on that would be a little bit, you got to push that is this true area. And we don't know. See, that's the scary thing about, oh man, I'm going all over the place. Let's just finish this clip. It's long. Why am I listening to this?
That's different from it being, for in our position, the right thing to do to prevent your constituents or people in an election from seeing that you had lied.
So you won't take down lies, or you will take down lies? I think it's just a pretty simple yes or no.
Congresswoman,
I'm not talking about spin.
Congresswoman, what is a lie? He's like Data from Star Trek. Congresswoman, I cannot lie. What are lies? People lie? How can I stop people from lying? You can't stop people from lying.
I'm talking about actual
yes, in most cases, in a democracy, I believe that people should be able to see for themselves what politicians that they may or may not vote for
So
are
you
saying,
won't take
judge
them
their
down.
character for themselves.
So you won't take. You may flag that it's wrong, but you won't take it down.
Congresswoman, it depends on the context that it shows up. Organic post, ads, the treatment is a little
One
bit
question, one more question.
They don't show the next question. I really wanted to hear the next question. I thought it was kind of interesting what Facebook's stance on all this stuff is. Because there's no way to do anything. Okay, we should open up the phone lines now. Oh, we got some more voicemail. 917-719-5923.
I tried to put the tampon in so I could learn play. I tried and tried until I cried. My balls got in the way.
That was fucking horrifying. You know what? Actually, before I open the phone lines, maybe I should thank some people. We should definitely thank people. I think they're people. Maybe they're not people. Maybe they're lying. What is this? Hold on one second. I'm not well organized over here. Not very well organized at all. There is I have to play a... Whoa, really? There's that... No way. I have to thank all these people? There's a lot of people I have to thank. I don't know where this goes, though. What was last week? I need to have my account... Oh, it's midnight in the sewers, everybody. We're going to thank people at midnight. Let's see. 16th was the last show. Oh, okay. First we have to play this, and then we'll get to the donations. I'm sorry.
I was too late. Her window now open, and her cold body lies clutching her mother's old, tear-stained pillow, now dripping fresh blood from her wrists. I collapsed beside the window, wanting to helplessly call out her name. Then I could smell the grill had knocked over and was burning the porch. With no purpose to put it out, I cradled my little girl's body and her mom's pillow and sat there waiting as the stars burned out. For my turn.
That's a pretty scary story. You know what? That person that sent that in, if I email you back and you send me your address, I'll send you some artwork. I still have to send out Atomic Glue's art. I didn't send that yet. But I also actually, you know what? Fuck. I got all these Halloween pictures that I can't do anything with. More art giveaway. If somebody gives me a call after I do this donation segment, I will send you artwork. A little Halloween index card thing. All right, now to thank people. I'm only going to say initials of the people that donated or are on subscription, and I will read their note if they have one. Let's see. Do I bam ba boom? No, that's not. Okay, we got one over here. We got one here. From OB. That is a monthly subscription. That's thank you very much. Let's see. Who else do we have here? What is this? No. I don't want diapers for. Here is from LC. Actually, this is from a company. Maybe I should say their name. I don't know. From LCI. That's all I'll say. Thank you. We got MA. Thank you very much. We got Holy crap. Holy crap. There's so many zeros on this. I can't even it doesn't even show on the screen. 201 cajillion dollars. Anonymous, please. Happy 201st birthday. Warning. Please do not read the following comments on your Rat-tastic radio show. I do not want Adam Sandler, Steve P, or President O to know. Oh man, I want to read it though. Okay, I'll read this after the show. Thank you so much for that donation. That's awesome. I could maybe buy better gin than Seagram's now. I can't believe it's only $20 for like a liter, 2 liters. We got another one over here. KA monthly. Thank you so much. You're awesome. We have JF. We have a sexy monthly. That's a nice one there. We have YouTube telling me that I have my other account suspended and all that. That's fine. PayPal telling me that they're going to tax me. We also have MY. Thank you, MY. You're the man. Now, dog, which is sadly closed. And I think that's it. Okay, we can open up the phone lines now. There's some gas blast in there, which we'll open up in a little bit as well. But we're going to open the phone lines. If I remember how to do it, there's a button somewhere. There it is. There's the button. Okay. Whew. Phone line's open. If you give me a call, I'll send you some artwork. And it'll be fun. We could talk about what you're wearing, what the weather's like. I'm not going to buy PlayStation 3D glasses. I don't know what that's all about. What's going on in there? Let's listen to more Zindu. Zindu's probably got something very important to tell us. I'm sure he does, because if he didn't, I wouldn't pay him money either to tell the news.
This is the Dark Sewer Network with Zindu coming to you live from the newsroom of the important sewer system over here. And Nick the Rat, I got some scary news for you. This title is this is great. Greedy killer monkeys found eating large rats in Malaysia, leaving scientists stunned.
What?
You heard it right. Monkeys. Rat's worst enemy. Yeah, it looks like the monkeys are taking up the jobs of cats these days and eating up a whole bunch of them. Let's go straight to the stats, because who cares about all the fucking the stories? What do they call it? Like it's got a story behind it. Who cares about the story? Let's just do the numbers. Masquee groups typically number around 44 monkeys and killed 3,000 rats per year on average. That's nearly 70 rats per monkey over the course of a year. Or one every 5 days. So once a week, this monkey's fucking chomping on a rat, eating its face off. Now, the humans are just kind of like, wow, we could use this for pest control. But if you start to get the taste of blood in the monkey's mouth, you know who's next.
What?
And it's not dogs. Watch out, humans. The monkeys are coming for ya. Anyway, this has been Zindu giving Nick a little scare tonight, because, you know, it's getting close to Halloween and things are getting spooky down here. What's that? Is that a monkey? Nick, there's a monkey behind you. Look. Oh, my God. I just got him. I bet you he's fucking just little rat turds all over the fucking studio right now. Okay, well, I'll be back later to make Nick poop some more. Have a good evening, everybody. This is Zindu.
Well, that was very interesting, Zindu. We have a lot more show to go, because, you know, let's get to a song that we can all relate to. This one's called SOS by Paranormal Cat. Can we relate to this? I don't know. We'll see.
that shit!
Pick up the phone, rat.
Unmute that fucking tab.
What?
Who are you? The computer nodes can be repaired, but you... Who are you? My cameras and probes scan your body.
But you do not match any employee file. When my cyborgs bring you to an electrified interrogation bench, I will have your secrets. And you will learn more about pain than you ever wanted to know. Did you really think I would not deduce where you would run to instead?
Nick the Rat!
Welcome back to Nick the Rat. I have a caller on the line. Hello, caller.
Why, hello, Rat, you. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Are you
Well, I
okay?
tried to call you with my Bluetooth, and it got frustrated with my vibrator and got too loud.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's a little loud over here. Are you?
I tried to put my tampon in so I could go and play. I tried and tried until I cried, but my balls were in the way.
But you could wrap the tampon in different ways. They're flexible, but.
Oh, hello.
Hi, caller. Do you have a scary story to tell us?
Hello?
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 Oh, I don't know. She might have tampons in her ears. We're back to Nick the Rat. And as I was discussing, like, you never know when computers are going to come around and take over and start murdering people. I was looking at this thing earlier about quantum computers, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Google's got this this whole quantum supremacy thing going on, which is by itself already sounds a little weird. Quantum supremacy, like what the hell? What's that all about anyway?" But they were talking about how they got all this new bullshit. How, you know what, they don't have anything. I totally agree actually with Dvorak. I don't know if you know what John Dvorak thinks about quantum computers and all that, but basically it's
on quantum computing, and just to summarize the article, quantum computing is bullcrap.
Exactly. And I'm totally on board with that as well. This article sounds like bullshit, and if you think about it, whoa, I just thought of something really crazy. So quantum computers, like if they actually were real, it would kind of like break encryption. It would break Bitcoin. It would break privacy. It would break everything if it could actually exist. But I don't think it's. Maybe it will. Who knows? Maybe in some crazy, like a couple of years or something, we'll have some crazy fucking instantaneous processor. You've reached Nick the Rat Radio. This is Nick the Rat. So if a computer, if it could actually do things instantaneously and all that, what if the people like, and all these articles are coming out like IBM and Google and all these rich companies saying that they got these quantum computers. What if, and Mark Zuckerberg, and he's talking about, hello caller.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Wait, is your radio on?
Oh, I'll have to turn that down. Jamie, can you turn on the radio and look up some links? Cool.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Radio
Caller, where are you?
I'm a haunted house.
You're in a haunted
I said it was
house?
haunted. I said, yeah. I'm in a haunted house. I said I agreed to house sit for the haunted house. They said it's not haunted, and they said, yeah, it's haunted. That's why we call it a haunted house.
So you're in there right now.
I'm live in the haunted house right now.
Have you seen or heard anything strange yet?
I heard some wind coming through the chimney.
Oh man!
And then I saw some dust flying through the chimney. And
I gotta give it to you. You're pretty brave. You're pretty brave. I don't know if I'd be able to be in there.
It's I thought I get a free room, free rent, and
Wait,
it might be haunted.
Are you
I
squatting?
feel like I could live with that. Yeah.
Squatting in a haunted house? Huh? That's.
I think it's. I think it was a good idea, but I'm not so sure right now.
Have you ever lost any items? I hear ghosts like to steal stuff.
Oh, I'm not wearing socks. I came in here with socks. Now the socks are gone. No socks. Like I put them down, and then I didn't have the socks. Like both of them were gone, not one of them. But I can understand one of them, but both of them.
Caller, this is so fucking weird. Caller.
Yeah.
Caller, are you?
Yeah.
Was your sock? Was it pink?
Yeah.
It's fucking crawling across the floor. It's crawling across the floor over here.
Whoa.
Oh my.
No.
Yeah, caller.
Oh.
What did you? It's coming closer. Does it have a name?
It identifies as Andy.
Andy, stay there. Don't come any closer. I'll fucking step on you. Oh my god. Yeah. It's looking at me like it wants to stab me or something.
Oh no! Get out of there! Get out of there, Nick!
Oh.
You gotta get out of there!
Wait, why? Why should I get out of there? Why, caller? Why should? Oh wait, no, that's just some. That's a slice of bologna. Hold on. It was moving though. But everything gets washed down nicely with gin. We have a we were talking about quantum computers or something. How did I start talking about quantum computers? You know what that does remind me of though? Like because if all these articles from these rich companies are actually fake, what if the government knows this and they could they're lying to us and they can't really explain quantum computers, but maybe they don't need to. They could just be like, oh, guess what, everybody? We have quantum computers now. Encryption is completely broken. And they they put like a whole new internet out there, something like, and they destroy the old one, and then they're like, you know what, you can only use it if there's no encryption, because quantum computing, and everything will be really super duper fast, so you'll think it's like instantaneous, and you'll believe it's quantum computing, but it'll actually be a lie. Quantum computing is the way for the government to take total control of people. It'll destroy untrackable money. There won't be any privacy. You won't. Just a thought. Maybe we should listen to something, because I would like to hear something. And let's just throw that over there. What is this? What the? Why is that? Oh my God.
Hello, everybody. I am the sewer sweeper. I sweep the sewers and tell stories. Scary, scary stories about the sewer that I sweep so much. Is the pop filter on here? I heard the pop when we said the P. It's on now. Alright, I'll get back to my story. As I was saying, there are many stories from the sewer. Gone unseen, unheard, unsmelled. This one night, I was sweeping the sewer with my Sweepatron 5000, the best broom you could find on the market. I cleaned enough. My bosses would be happy. They wouldn't give me shit for the amount that I swept. But when I was finishing my route, I dropped my broom, fell into a little stream of sewer sewage, and got swept down a sewageway. I ran after it, first at a slow jog, and then remembering how much it cost me, I picked up the pace. But my sweeping sweeper brush kept floating, kept going. I was not able to catch up with it. It was an endless race. And whenever I would tire out and bend over to catch my breath of air and refill my lungs to continue my chase, the broom would stop too. Like it was taunting me. Like it was telling me, you're almost there. Come get me. But I was too tired. The breath of air in my lungs, it was leaving my lungs too fast because I was exerting a lot of energy through my legs and my feet to get to my broom. Well, anyway, I picked up my pants, hiked them up a little bit, and started to run again. I jogged and chased after the broom. Then, the lights went out. Then they came back on, and there in front of me, there was a fork in the sewer. So I picked it up and looked at it. It looked shiny and not so used, so I stuck it in my pocket, and I figured, hey, I might have lost my broom, but at least I got this fork. Then I rolled out of the sewer. I told my boss what happened. They bought me another broom, and went home. It was a pretty average day at work, except that I lost that broom.
Come out and play a creepy music box. Welcome back, everybody. That was Creepy Stuff by Creepy Stuff. Did I post that link in the chat? I got to thank Stranger Luck for hooking the chat up. There's IRC to Discord to Twitch chat. It's an amazing Sewer Connect program that I think you worked with some dark sewer scientists to perfect this thing, because it's pretty goddamn amazing. Let me link this up in here. Oh yeah, somebody did mention Joe Bob Briggs up in the chat room. If you like horror movies and horror movie hosts that have a lot of knowledge, check it out. Actually, I was watching a lot of good horror stuff lately. There was a show on Sci-Fi called Channel Zero. If you like creepy stories, that was a good one. Channel Zero, enjoyed that, and Creepshow too. New Creepshow. All this is on Shudder.com. Good stuff. Yeah, but we're talking about other creepy things tonight. Creepy stuff, like voicemails, right? Voicemails pretty creepy. Let's try this voicemail right here.
Oh, hi there, Nick the Rat. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you a little story. Well, one time, my wife went out for a weekend business trip and left me home for the whole weekend. So I got me a Ouija board, a bottle of rum, a candle, and a knife. Now, I sat the Ouija board in the middle of the room. I lit the candle. It was midnight. Actually, it was probably closer to 2 in the morning. I started drinking at midnight, and then I got the idea of doing this. So I was nice and toasted with the Ouija board in the middle of the room. The candle was burning, and I had my hands on the Ouija plank thing, and then I started to ask some questions. And one of the answers was to pick up the knife, and it was to plunge it slowly into my right thigh. It took a long time to spell it out, and by the time it was done spelling it out, my wife came home from her business trip, and I had to really hide the Ouija board really quick because she doesn't like seeing that thing. Anyway, I thought you'd like that story. I hope it gave you a nice scare. You better do a whole episode on the Ouija board soon. That's all I can really tell you. Bye.
I think that guy called me before. We'll never do an episode on the Ouija board. Those things are fucking evil, man. Did I ever tell you the story about what happened with me and the Ouija board? I guess I did, because I didn't hear anybody say I didn't. So, let's listen over to the news with Zindu, because Zindu has more knowledge than me. This bats are loud.
This is Indu. I'm coming to you from the Dark Sewer News Network. I will be reporting to you tonight about your death and doom and destruction. No, the monkeys did not get a taste of human flesh yet, but that's coming soon, perhaps. A whole new climate change outlook right here, everybody. It looks like when an asteroid hits the planet, it does a lot worse than anything people could do for hundreds and 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 hundreds of years. One time, the Earth was hit by an asteroid. The same day, all the world's oceans become acidic, and the planet dropped 14 degrees temperature, like that right there. Bam. Okay, so while you're wasting your time printing out signs and screaming in the street while you're not going to work, maybe you guys should try, trying to start a generation of learning science and rocketry, perhaps. Because you might be able to shoot an asteroid coming at the Earth if you got the right type of weaponry. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, planet ship Mother Earth is a pretty nice place. You guys should protect it more from outside influences than the inside influences. But you guys seem to be more about tearing yourselves apart than gluing yourselves together. So anyway, that's a thing to think about, because you're all going to die one day, either by, old age or a giant rock in the sky, wiping out the whole fucking stinky Earth. Stinky poo-poo Earth. Stinky poo-poo Earth with human germs all over it. A couple of the chicks are nice, though. Anyway, this is Zendu coming to you live from the Dark Sewer News News Network.
Yeah. I have a really important thing to tell everybody. Well, for the past few minutes, I really had to go to the bathroom. So we're gonna listen to a song right now. So I could go. We got Lionel Casio. I saw a ghost last night. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're back, everybody. It is now time to scare the pants off you some more. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we were talking about earlier. I don't know why I got all these things over here, but we were talking about. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, like technology being scary. Also, people being split in half. See, I think tech and all that stuff has actually caused a huge divide between neighbors. We got Ring doorbell spying on each other. We got Facebook and Instagram taking pictures and posting and where your location is and a whole bunch of stuff. And you know that thing that I was talking about the encryption thing and the government taking over and saying that quantum computers are real, so they could be the only ones that are in control of the encryption or the tubes or something. You know, it's the only reason I actually do think that might be true is because Snowden. When you're in Canada and it's cold out, you get Snowden. No, it's he was on Joe Rogan recently, and a lot of people were like, Snowden's an ass, and some people were like, Snowden's a hero. And I'm like, I never really met the guy. I can't really tell you what he's like. I don't know if he's an ass or a hero. Maybe he's doing it for money, or maybe he was a spy, or maybe he was trying to protect our freedoms. But the only thing I do know is that after Snowden, nothing has changed. So whatever he did uncover, it didn't really matter, at least in the big picture, because nothing changed. If something changed, like if Snowden came out, was like, oh, you're being spied on by your government, and then there was a change of some sort, then I'd be like, okay, I guess that really mattered. But yeah, I clipped he had an interview with Joe Rogan recently, Snowden, and I clipped some of it. Let's listen to it.
To government. Right. Elected.
I think there was something wrong with my clip. Might have saved all the... Okay, well, either way, he was on there talking. I don't even know what he was saying. He was just talking a lot. It was kind of like, oh wow, he's saying stuff that really matters, but apparently it doesn't fucking matter because nothing changed. Like if it really mattered, like if he said, oh, the government's spying on you, and it's probably true, but well, it is true. I'm not going to say probably. They're spying on everybody, but the thing is that he came out and said it, and it should be that what the government's doing is against the law, but that didn't change. So maybe my phone. Oh God, this is the government. Hello, this is Nick the Rat.
Hey Nick, how's it going?
Is this the government?
Yeah, no, you wish.
Oh, okay.
Actually, you probably don't wish.
No, I don't. I'm very happy this is not the government. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee.
I'm happy not to be them too. Yeah, I called you because there were lots of coyotes, and now there are no coyotes. So,
did you kill them?
I didn't.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Oof. That'd be really, really weird if you were going around killing coyotes out there. I guess unless you were hunting them. But,
yeah, earlier.
Can you hunt coyotes? Are coyotes a huntable creature?
Yeah, everything's huntable as long as the game warden doesn't catch you.
Can you hunt game wardens?
This is why I like you, bud.
Well, they're usually so meaty. Because well, okay. Anyway, caller, what's going on tonight? How are you doing?
Nothing. I'm doing great. Since you're on, I'm not wearing pants, but that's because you scared them off me by having to reboot early in the show.
Oh my God! Yeah, I got 4 piles of pants next to me because of that, but I made it through. It worked out.
Yeah, but by the time everything was said and done, I was on drugs and in a hammock. So,
are you still in that hammock?
I am still in the hammock.
Do you want to hear something that was creepy that happened once when I was in camp?
Fuck yeah.
Okay, well, my parents sent me off to camp because they didn't like me to be around the house. They probably were having really weird, kinky sex, but that's not part of the story. So at camp, there was this hammock that was under these 2 big oak trees, and I always wanted to sit in it, but everybody, all the time, there's all these other kids sitting in the hammock, and they were just mean. They never let me get in there. But one night, I snuck out because you're not allowed after sundown. You're not allowed to leave the cabins. But I was like, I'm gonna go inside that goddamn hammock, and I'm gonna make a big old show out of it and just masturbate in there too because you never get to go in there. There's nobody around now, so I'm gonna go in and have some fun. I was young, so I hop in this hammock. What was that?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah. Use young as an excuse.
I'm
masturbating in just a little bit.
But yeah, you just gotta crank it out sometimes. But the thing is, I pre-lubed myself up because I didn't want. If I got caught in the woods, I didn't want to have any of, the stuff with me. So I went to the bathroom first. I greased up. I got the engine going, we could say, and I'll just leave it there. And then I ran out of the cabin and I jumped in the hammock, but the hammock was filled with leaves and daddy long legs. And they just got... I was covered in spiders and debris from the trees, and...
I don't see, where is this a problem? Does that make it hard for you, or like you were looking to get caught and you didn't? Is that it?
No, I wanted to not get caught, but I did get caught because I started to scream.
Oh.
And
yeah, that's a boner killer. Well, screaming is not a boner killer as long as it's coming from someone else.
Oh, this is true, but yeah, it was... The camp counselor was not happy. That's all I could say. I don't know. I never went back there.
Some shit camp counselors.
Yeah, it was pretty...
They should have just jumped in.
Should have cleaned me off.
That's
and
how we do it here.
Helped me.
All right, man. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate it. Have a great night.
All right, have a good one. Watch out for the daddy long legs the daddy long legs that are crawling up your butt right now in that hammock. We're talking creepy stories right now. We just finished talking about Snowden. Maybe we should finish off Nadia now. We should do that. There's another creepy story too. Ooh. Let's just finish. Let's finish off Nadia here. We're gonna listen to part 2 of the Great Illuminati.
Settle down and listen up for story time with a girl whose name is kind of hard to rhyme. La da 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 da. We all know her as Illuminatia.
Story time with Illuminatia.
Weird glitch, he mumbled. He cradled the robot in his arms and brought it back to his workshop. He looked through the code he'd left open to see if there was something downloading without his knowing. There was no sign of it. Confused and spooked, Matthew decided to lock the workshop door. Then he stood in his dark living room, arms crossed, head down, and questioning his sanity. He looked at his phone to see what the time was, then Matthew heard a loud thud from his workshop that caused him to jump. Ah, shit, it fell off the desk again, he moaned. Matthew opened the door to his workshop again and found that the robot was where he'd left it. He was startled by another thud, which made him whip around and run for a light switch. He clicked the switch up and down, but the lights wouldn't come on. What the hell? Whispered Matthew. His face was growing cold as his body started to shake and jolt with fear.
Help me see,
said the female voice coming from the robot.
please.
Matthew stood staring at the robot for a few moments. His brain couldn't come up with any logical explanation as to why his robot suddenly adopted a woman's voice and was begging for help.
Please.
He heard it say again.
It's so dark. I can't see.
Its robot's eyes were now glowing again and dripping with the dark red liquid.
I can't see.
It sobbed. I don't understand, said Matthew shakily.
I can't move. I can't move.
It sobbed. Then a loud thud came from deeper in the workshop, that unlit part that Matthew really didn't want to go to. Against his better judgment, Matthew started to walk towards the sound. He pressed the flashlight icon on his phone, and it lit the back of the workshop. Who's back here? Who's back here? Asked Matthew. Another thud. It seemed to be coming from the back corner, next to the dryer. Matthew inched closer. Another thud. When Matthew had turned around to look at the robot, he saw that it had turned itself around and was staring back at Matthew. ooze dripping off its face, like it was crying. Matthew closed his eyes and inhaled as he felt his body go limp with fright. Another thud from behind him made him whip around again. In the wall. It's in the wall, whispered Matthew. The voice from the robot started to cry. Matthew inspected the wall and noticed that a portion of it did look like it had been patched up a while back, likely by the previous owner. Matthew rapped his knuckles gently on the wall. Something in the wall struck from the other side, and Matthew's hand recoiled. Matthew walked over to his workbench, grabbed a hammer, and walked back to the patched-up wall. What am I doing? Am I crazy? Matthew struck the wall with his hammer. The wall gave way fairly easily, and a hole was left there. Behind the wall, he saw some white fabric. The sobbing from the robot turned into wailing. Matthew struck again. He could feel his heart pounding in his chest. Sheetrock fell to the floor, and more white fabric was exposed, now with small, delicate blue flower stitching. He struck again. He used the claw of his hammer and started ripping out chunks of sheetrock. As he removed a large portion, a round gray object was loosened and it rolled out of the wall and fell to the ground. Matthew jumped back so that it wouldn't hit his feet. The robot was now screaming, as though it were in terror. Matthew beamed his light from his phone onto the object that had just fallen from the wall. The object was a head.
Yeah.
Hair sparse and wispy, gray skin sunken onto worn teeth, and empty eye sockets with black stains around them. Matthew stood stunned. It was the head of a woman. Matthew noticed that the screaming from the robot had stopped. He looked back at it and saw that it had turned around to its original position that Matthew had put it in the first place. The lights in the workshop in the living room came on. Matthew pulled more sheetrock from the wall and exposed the rest of the body. It had been tied up and stuffed into the wall. The fabric was the dress it was wearing. Matthew stood and stared at it for a long time.
Would you like to hear a joke?
Asked the robot, which had turned around to look at Matthew. No! Matthew responded angrily. The robot huffed and turned back around.
Well, why? I want to hear the joke. What's? I need a part 3. I want to hear the. That was relaxing. Was the robot's name Torgo? Death to Torgo. Welcome back, everybody. You could also email me, nick@nicktherat.com. Also, if anybody that did call me would like some art, send me an email at nick@nicktherat.com and let me know that you were one of the callers, and then I will contact you with what I need to know to swallow your soul. We got. What is this? What the hell is this?
I had stepped out to a friend's house. So sorry I left you alone. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I'll kiss your gravestone.
Okay. Let's look for gas blasts in the chat. We only have one this week. This one's long, but let's fly through it and see how fast we can do it. Nick, okay, reading. This is, I don't know. Maybe I'll read it. If I get bored, I'll stop reading. Nick, I have a scary story for you. I hope you don't shart your pants. I hope I do. John and Steve were in a rowboat in Lake Superior. It was the end of summer. The air was pleasantly warm, but the water was only a few degrees above freezing. They didn't bring... Hold on one second. I gotta put some echoed, creepy stuff on my voice here. They didn't bring life jackets, but it didn't worry them. There were a couple of soy boys from Brooklyn who thought... Okay. Creepy. They didn't bring life jackets, but you know, we thought that something called a lake would not be dangerous. They were drinking their favorite small batch microbrews and having a great time rowing around. John, who was training for a marathon, manned one of the oars so he could keep up his cardio. And Steve supplied the brews. This is not that funny. It's not that funny. Okay, supplied the brews. A few hours had passed and they... Oh, God, it's creepy. A few hours had passed and they just finished the last of their 12-pack and were feeling pretty good. Suddenly, fear cut through Steve's buzz as he looked around and realized that he couldn't see the shore. The two soy boys had not been paying attention as the wind pushed them further and further away from land. On top of that, a cold rain had just started and the waves were getting choppy. Some of the waves started to break over the edge of the rowboat. Steve looked at his phone and with a stab of terror saw there was no signal this far out in the lake. John started rowing towards the shore. Oh, John, start rowing towards the shore, shouted doubted Steve. Hearing the alarm in Steve's shrill voice roused John from his buzz, and he too finally realized that they were in trouble. He grabbed the oars and started rowing as hard as he could, but the overcast sky made it difficult to tell which direction they were going. After 15 minutes, John was completely exhausted and they seemed no closer to shore. He looked at Steve and let out one of the oars go. What the fuck? Through that shit, what the hell? Oh, yeah, look at this. It even goes on to what I just said. What the fuck are you doing? Are you trying to get us killed? Yelled Steve. He reached over the side of the rowboat for the oar. Is he gonna get butt raped? Boy, okay, let's see what happens here. He reached over the side of the rowboat for the oar. Okay. But it was swiftly carried away by the choppy water, and the rowboat nearly tipped over as Steve reached for it. There's no butt rape. John continued to row for another half an hour, but with only one oar, they just went in a circle. Steve tried to row with his hands on the opposite side of the rowboat, but the freezing water quickly numbed his fingers and his fingers and his hands. Steve was hyperventilating and was shivering all over. Not that funny. He just remembered that toothless old man who sold them the rowboat said to them with a knowing leer right before they took the water. Lake Superior. Lake Superior never gives up her dead, boys. Just then, an eerie gleam came into John's eyes. He looked at Steve and let the other oar go. Steve was too dumbfounded to move, and the second oar quickly was lost in the water. A few seconds passed before Steve hoarsely whispered, "We're going to die on this lake. It's just a fucking lake." He turned to John and tearfully said, "You got us into this mess, you fucking idiot. Now jump in and get the oar." John looked calmly at him and said, "What do you think I am? A bar of soap?" The end. That was... That was a fucking stupid story there, dude. No, just okay. Let's listen to a song over here. We got Ghost Potato Chips, Electro Swing by the Musical Ghost.
Potato chips, how my mouth does with potato chips. Cold, drip, 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 crunch, crunch. I don't want no lunch, all I want is potato chips. Potato chips, how my mouth does with potato chips. Cold, drip, 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 crunch, crunch. I don't want no lunch, all I want is potato chips. Crunchy, crunchy, potato chips. Crunch, crunchy, crunchy. A crunch, crunch, crunch. I don't want no lunch. All I want is potato chips. Potato chips. Oh, those potato chips. Potato, potato, a chip, chip. Oh, crunch, crunch. Don't want no lunch. All I want is potato chips.
Chip chopo chip chip chap chip chip cha. That wasn't very spooky song. That wasn't very spooky. I'm trying to play creepy music, but that I guess potato chips are kind of creepy if you're like on a diet or something. That guy thought so. Cause they're so good. Who would have thought putting something tasty in a bag would be amazing? We still have a lot of show to go, so don't go anywhere, because basically you can't. If you haven't noticed by now, the exact place you're in is where you're going to be for the rest of your life. You're stuck there. You feel a weird, red, glowing entity surrounding your body, and it's making you immobile, and oh my god, it's sucking the soul right out of your asshole. No, not really. I'm just joking. But we are going to play some advertisements because a lot of people did donate, which is great and all, but that corporate money that's where it's at. We need more. Oh crap! What is this? Is this the corporate sponsors? Hello, is this corporate?
Yeah, it is corporate.
Oh, fuck.
This is yeah. You're being called in to do sexual harassment training because
I just took sexual harassment training. I got like an 88. Is this because of the incident with the person in the closet?
Oh, we didn't hear about that one. Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Put that in your
no, don't. Okay, look. All right, is there any way I can get off the hook for this? I can't. It's going to come out of my paycheck. I know it.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. Too bad. Soon you're gonna have more sexual harassment training on top of what? Thought.
Wait a second. HR doesn't listen to the radio this late at night. Come, wait, are you? Do you have a scary story to tell or something?
Yeah, well, I guess it's kind of more gross than. I mean, I guess it could be scary. I don't know. I just thought of something. You talked about spiders. I have a spider story too.
Whoa. Do you have another phone line you could possibly call us on because you're breaking up a lot? I know that these cell phones are getting real popular these days, but they can't beat a landline. Landlines are Ma Bell. I can't believe they broke that up. And brought it back together, then broke it up and brought it back together.
Interesting. Somebody told me earlier that my phone was doing that, and I did not believe them.
Well, it's true. Your phone, it's like a horror story.
Like a horror story. Horror.
What do you have? Do you have an iPhone or something? Because oh boy,
I do.
I heard those are the worst phones ever. Like they have the horriblest reception because your fingers block the antenna.
Oh. Well, I guess I could hop on the internet somehow. It's not fun to hear a spooky story.
Wait,
if you can't hear it.
If wherever you are right now sounds decent.
Okay, cool.
Were you walking around?
Yeah, I was kind of pacing around to see if I could. So I sound good right now.
You're in the good zone.
Excellent. I'm going to stand right here and not move and tell you my story.
Don't move. I see a red glow around you. Just stay right there and tell us your story.
Shit. So, for whatever reason, I got roped into going under the house.
Oh my God.
Because, of a friend's house, and their garbage disposal was not working. And I was like, something's going on there. And I guess the pipe had broken and everything was gross. It was disgusting.
Oh my God.
And so there's me and one other person under there. And I'm laying back and I've got the flashlight and I'm looking in. There's like food and shit like at the bottom. Like all the garbage disposal food was just like stunk. It was really bad. So I'm laying back, and then I feel something soft on the back of my head.
Oh, God.
I'm like, oh.
I know that feeling.
Okay, And it, like, sunk back. It was, like, this weird, like, I don't know. It sunk back. And it turned out to be a dead cat.
Oh, my God. You had your head on a dead cat?
So it wasn't like, it had been far past the part of decay, right? It wasn't decay, or rather, it was just a shell. Like it was
like a mummified cat?
It was pretty much, like at the stage where now the skin and the fur and everything.
When you put your head down on it, did like a puff of dust come out of its butt?
No, but spiders did.
Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
Yeah, there was like all these. I guess because the cat's body was hollow, it'd be a good place as any for a spider to put their little spider sacks in there, or it could have just been somewhere else. I don't know, but.
Did it get in your hair?
Yeah, I got my. Well, it was weird because I felt tickling on my face.
Oh no!
So I was like, it fell back. I'm like, I don't know. I got up and then I felt like itching and tickling, and I looked back and saw what I'd done.
Oh.
It was just the grossest fucking thing.
It
was really bad.
Did you use like Head and Shoulders after that, or?
Well, so.
And they were all over your face. They're crawling on your face, and it's like dead cat in your hair.
thought there were spiders on me for like 3 days after that.
That's creepy. That is
Yeah,
goddamn creepy.
See, yeah, that was a good story, huh? That was a creepy story.
Did they crawl into your nose and your ears?
I don't recall. Probably not my nose. Could have been my ears, but all I remember is just like the tickling of my neck.
So they went down. You're like, oh, you were covered in spider. That's no spider. That's no good.
It may have not been as many as I thought, but there were definitely at least 4.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like covered in them, not 4. You're okay. You know what? Call her. It's not that scary. I had to hang up on them. It's 4 spiders. It's not scary at all. I take a shower with 4 spiders pretty much on the daily. We have to play some advertisements to make that money. And hopefully corporate doesn't call me again because, oh my God, I was scared.
When you want to spend a romantic evening with a loved one in the sewer, how do you tell her it's a special night? How do you tell her you want to fuck? Make yourself known with Mayo Martinis. The first alcoholic mayo product on the market. Our dark sewer scientists want to get you laid. They did it the best way they know how. Mayonnaise and alcohol, combined in a fusion of passion and love. Trust me, one sip of this mayo elixir and she's gonna suck your dick. Women can't deny. They want mayo inside. Order now. A 3-liter bottle is only $69.99 on the Dark Sewer Network.
Ever wake up and find your dog dead and parts of your family splattered all over the living room walls?
Oh my God, they're all
You
dead.
might have a demon problem. If you're suffering, demons don't settle for less. You need yourself a Sewer Union Aerospace Corporation brand railgun.
Oh yeah.
Blow heads and clean off any demon within 300 meters of yourself with deadly accuracy.
This thing is great.
Or line them up and punch a hole straight through their chest of at least 5 of your enemies with one shot.
Whoa, that was so cool. Wow.
You can even customize the color of your rail trails.
I'm thinking blue.
With Sewer Union Aerospace Corporation railguns. You'll pray for a demon infestation.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Order yours today. Call 917-719-5923.
Lick it. Oh, God, my railgun tastes so good. Oh man, I want more demons. God, I'm fucking hard. Oh God.
Now the news story you've all been waiting for. I know it, you know it, we all know it. But did you know you were listening to the Dark Sewer News Network right now? And I am Zindu from Planet Oktar, and I would like to say trick or treat first of all. Man, ever since I got bit by that fucking weird, I don't know, she looked like an old hag in the sewer or something. I don't know what it was, but something bit me down here. I have to shave like almost every day. It's pretty gross. My teeth in at least 4 of my 5 mouths have grown in really sharp. It's pretty gross. Anyway, rats. Back to rats. Not monkey-eating rats, not fucking rats in space, not rats come from another planet or underwater or coming out of your toilet. No, it looks like these scientists on Earth. Where's this from here? Where are these scientists? I gotta know where these guys are. They sound like geniuses. I need to find out exactly where they're from. But if you don't give me the place, then I can't really help anybody. So it's really okay. Yeah, I'm getting word from the newsroom that the article does not say where this whole experiment took place. But this is what they did. There it goes. Kelly Lambert at the University of Richmond in Virginia. Virginia, people. This took place in Virginia. Think about this. They made a little car. Plastic tube. 3 handles in there. You grab the front handle, you go forward. You grab the left handle, You go left, grab the right handle. You go right. Okay, little fucking thing. They let rats go in there, drive around and pick up food. And guess what? They learned how to drive. Now, this seems like a little bit of a weird thing, but I think in the future we're going to have rats driving cars. You know those old, the electronic cars driving all that? I think we're just going to have rats in a little cage in the front. We're going to feed them good and give them good money, nice health care, all that shit. Just throw them in the front of that car, let them drive. And just the destination you want, just tell them, just put cheese there. There'll be somebody that comes out in the street, puts cheese down, rat will smell it, drive on over. And it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day for everybody. And you know what? That all just sounds like bullshit. These rats probably just went in there because they were stuffed in these things, and they got food when they grabbed a fucking knob. I bet they can't do shit. I gotta watch the only video they have is like 5 seconds long. I want to see them doing a course. I don't believe this shit.
What?
Anyway, this is Zindu. I'll be back later with maybe a scary story for you. This has been Zindu from Oktar, coming to you live from the Dark Sewer News Network.
Zindu,
Happy
you're
Halloween,
wrong,
everybody.
bro. We know how to drive cars pretty well. I had my license for a while. They make the rat cars real easy to drive. It's forward, left, right. There's no backwards. We don't need to go backwards. We just jump out of the fucking thing. Yeah, I don't know why this is a news story. It must be a slow news week out there. Rats driving little remote control cars. Whatever. That's cool. Oh, Zindu. Oh, Zindu. Zin, don't ever do that again. Don't assume my driver's ability. I think somebody just called me during your show, the thing you were just doing, but I couldn't get to it because I got another gas blast here. Let's read this here. Should I go into here? This should be gas blast. So, to be honest, do not read out loud. I emailed the piece will be in the mail. Fingertips and pig lips. Oh. Hello, caller.
Hello. So I had the haunted house, right? So I burned it down.
You burnt down the house?
It was so scary. And now I found a hotel.
Did you sign a waiver though before you went in?
Like into the hotel.
No, not there's. Well, there is waivers to sign into hotels, I'm sure, but I'm talking about the haunted house. Did you sign a waiver?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it burning it down then.
Oh cool. Oh good.
Yeah, you signed a waiver.
Oh yeah, I'm walking away. I'm brushing my hands of the whole thing.
You'll be fine. Don't worry about that. So you're at a hotel now.
Yeah. And this place is also haunted. What are the odds?
Jeez. Well, I have a question for you. Do you still have any?
Yes.
How did you burn down that other house you were staying at?
I found a little tank of gasoline in the shed, because haunted houses, they always have a shed in the back. It's always a little canister of gasoline.
Did you use all the gas?
I did, and then I put a little gas in this rat car I got from. I went to a dealership in the sewer, and they hooked me up with a rat car, and I said, I might be a little big for this, but it's really good on gas. So,
You just need to get 2 of them. You wear them like slippers.
Yeah. I tried to break him in like a good pair of slippers, but now I'm in. I know how to get in it and accelerate. So I got to this haunted hotel, and the guy took my identification and my money.
Yeah.
And I think I saw right through that guy.
You saw through him, but you gave him your identification. Did he give it back to you?
Yeah, he looked at it, but then I saw there's no reflection in his eyes. I don't even know if they identified as a male. Like I might be in trouble for identifying what that was.
You don't want to mess with the other side.
Yeah, especially with their other side genders, because it could be something totally different than what I saw. But I saw no eye socket, no eyes in the socket. It was just a socket. It was like a socket where it did not have an eye. It looked like it was just, it was touching the both sides. Like it was missing the eyeball.
Oh my
and he
God.
stuck the eyeball and it would just like that.
Did you try to put your tongue in there?
He wanted me to put my tongue in there. I said no. I didn't.
No, you should try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Got candy.
I was okay. Well, I usually don't mention about previous lovers of mine, but one time I was with this chick that had she was missing an eye. She was a professional pirate, but she lost an eye and then she became the pirate. But either way, she had me in this room and she was taking money out of my pocket and she said to stick my tongue in her eye hole. And let me tell you, it was quite the experience.
What did it taste like?
It's kind of like licking a mouth with no teeth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like a smooth, a fleshy, smooth. And it's not as big as you would think it would be. Like I was able to get to the back of it too with my I was crawling in there. I was getting in there deep, but
oh.
Yeah, you should maybe you should hook up with this ghost guy. I mean, it sounds like he's got a good job.
Yeah, they work at the front desk there. They're always there, which is great. But that's cool. And then I went up to the floor that I was supposed to be on. And then it got a little crazy.
Whoa, what's up there?
At the front desk, he was like, "You'll be fine." And then upstairs, just madness. There was the lady that house keeps in there and puts your pillow, fluffs it and everything.
Yeah, the
This is all
fluffers.
nice. Yeah, with the fluffers. But it's also a ghost too. And she left like a lot of blood. And I'm like, not just a spot, just a lot of blood.
Well, it might have been her first rodeo. You don't know. You shouldn't assume. You shouldn't. Don't bring it up to her. It's embarrassing. The first time there could be a lot of blood.
You're right. It's probably her first day. She's probably training.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. It's. Caller?
You're right. I think maybe I'm a little too hasty. I just said, look, there's a lot of blood in here. Can you move me to another room? And they said no, this is the only one.
You know what you could do?
What?
You could empty those little rat cars out of all the gasoline and set the place on fire.
Brilliant. I'll do that right now. Thank you, Nick the Rat.
No problem, caller. Give me a call. Give me a call back after that's all done. See, there's usually a lot of simple problems and simple solutions to these simple problems out there, but you don't know who to ask. You give me a call at 917-719-5923, and I could pretty much figure out anything for you. I'm like a quantum computer. We're going to listen to a song now. This one is a fun one from Journal. It's called Pumpkin. Ooh, maybe this is Halloweeny.
Eternal likes to watch you when you sleep.
It's time to get spooky. Halloween is almost here. That means you're gonna have to pay with your soul for a little bit of candy.
This story is called The Thing. Ted Martin and Sam Miller were good friends. They spent a lot of time together. On this particular night, they were sitting on a fence near the post office talking about one thing and another. There was a field of turnips across the road. Suddenly they saw something crawl out of the field and stand up. It looked like a man, but in the dark it was hard to tell for sure. Then it was gone. But soon it appeared again. It walked halfway across the road. Then it turned around and went back into the field. Then it came out a third time and started toward them. By now, Ted and Sam were scared, and they started running. But when they finally stopped, they decided they were being foolish. They weren't sure what had scared them, so they decided to go back and get a better look. Pretty soon, they saw it, for it was coming to meet them. It was wearing black pants, a white shirt, and black suspenders. Sam said, "I'm going to try to touch it. Then we'll know if it's real." He walked up to it and peered into its face. It had bright, penetrating eyes sunk deep into its head. It looked like a skeleton. Ted took one look and screamed. And again he and Sam ran, but this time the skeleton followed them. When they got to Ted's house, they stood in the doorway and watched it. It stayed out in the road for a while. Then it disappeared. A year later, Ted got sick and died. Toward the end, Sam sat up with him every night. The night Ted died, Sam said he looked just like the skeleton.
That was, okay, that was... Hello, caller!
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm goddamn fantastic. It's October, it's, Halloween is coming, the spooky times are here. I'm doing great. How are you?
Scared.
Scared?
Never been more scared. Or filled with dread than the night the police found her dismembered head.
Oh no. Caller? Was that the government? Oh shit. Oh fuck. We're getting closer to the end of the show here. Do we have any more voicemails? Let me check the gas blast. Gas blast, not seeing anything. Trying to keep on top of all this here. Nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. We do have one more voicemail, it looks like. Let's play this voicemail. Ooh, what is it? Wait, we got two more voicemails. Let's see.
Hey, Nick. I know it's like shouting at clouds or some bullshit. It's not going to help anything, but I got a complaint. Man, I've been in this apartment for like a couple of months. My upstairs neighbors are fucking loud, annoying, and noisy as fuck. So I tell my landlord, and he looked at me blank. And he said, that apartment has been vacant for months.
Oh my god.
So all I do is beat on the walls and say, "Stop screaming!"
That was actually a pretty disturbing story. Oh my god. It's weird. It's like I like to be scared, but now that I'm actually a little bit scared of. You could feel like that going up your spine, like that cold chill go up your spine, and then it comes towards your nose. It goes all the way through your whole system. Ooh, ooh. I'm getting the chills. Okay, wait. Oh my God. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh God. Oh God, I'm scared.
What? Wait.
Holy shit.
Were you just banging on the walls?
No. No, this is... I've never called before.
Hello, I've never called before. How are you doing tonight?
I'm scared. Fuck.
What are you scared about?
My wife.
Oh no.
She just woke me up.
She
and she
okay?
was telling me.
Yeah.
She was shaking me. She told me, screaming, there's an intruder in the house.
Go get a bat.
I reached for the gun. I was like scared for a second, and then I realized 2 years ago she was murdered by an intruder.
Imagine waking up next to the ghost. I would have if I woke up next to my ghost wife, I would have asked for, you know, 1 or 2 more goes. Even if I was like remarried or something, I would be like, "Hey, honey, can we get this going over here? Like, it's a ghost. You're not gonna get anything. It's no kids coming out of there. It's nothing. It's like, just, yeah, you guys could kiss. Yeah, you and you. Yeah, sure. You're both my wives. I guess that's the way Christians could get around it if they have a ghost wife to have multiple wives. Because it's like, actually, no, it's death till you're part or some shit with them. So, no, that wouldn't work. 917-719-5923.
Nick, look, it's you. It's me. It's you are me. I'm Nick the rat. So are you. I know this. Okay, but this is the night before tonight. This is Tuesday night. Just calling you to let you know.
Last night was Wednesday.
That you gave Twitter your phone number. Okay. Now they have all of your data. They have your messages. They have your social security number, your credit card number. They have everything they need to find out who you are, where you are, and what you're doing. Okay? Twitter knows everything about you now.
No.
Remember what happened last time when Facebook found out all about you? Yeah, they deleted you from the internet. Okay? So you're about to get kicked out of society. Now we live currently in the society, and the society, it belongs to those in control. And right now, Twitter's in control, and they have your information. So I just wanted to let you know this, because last night, after you did this and you accidentally gave Twitter your phone number, you drank a whole bunch of Everclear, and now everything's getting dark. Whoa.
My thoughts exactly. Didn't that happen? Was Twitter talking to me earlier? Do they really have all my information? We should probably listen to this last Zindu, listen to a song, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Maybe we'll change some passwords tonight. Oh God. In a world with a quantum computer, we won't be able to change passwords. There won't be passwords. We'll just have all the answers for everything. Oh my God, quantum computing is so real.
This is Zindu from Planet Oktar giving you the news for the Dark Sewer News Network, but we're going to step back from the new in the news because apparently somebody during my break showed me more rat footage. It was like a minute long. They put a rat in a square box. They put the car in the box in different orientations, and the rat would actually maneuver to the cheese. So maybe these people in Virginia are onto something. These rats are fucking incredible. They can host podcasts, drive cars to pick up cheese. I don't know what's next. Fucking apocalypse, end of the world. Well, this next story is kind of like the end of the world. It was happened to me once. I went to the supermarket near me. It was a Wegmans, I think. It was a Wegmans. I'll never go back to Wegmans after this. This happened at a Wegmans. I'm an alien named Zindu, by the way, if you wanted to know. Anyway, so I went to Wegmans. I picked up this Coca-Cola can. It was a special edition Coca-Cola can. It was like a new type of Coke. It was like I was excited to try it. You know, sometimes these corporations, they come out with something new. You get excited. Your nipples, each one of them, on all four of your chest, get a little hard and erect, and you just want to, you just really want to try the new. You know, you want to keep up with the Joneses by getting the new thing. Anyway, it was a Coca-Cola that had like caffeine in it. It was a caffeinated Coca-Cola. I remember this was a few years ago. So I go into the store, I buy it, and while I'm walking with it, I'm like looking at my hand, and I'm like, wait, what's going on with my hand? Because it felt weird. My hand felt a little weird. So then I like look at my hand. It looked like there was, it wasn't feces, but it looked like since the outside, the whole exterior of the Coke can was like dark and black and kind of greasy looking. Whatever was on it, I couldn't see it, and whatever I grabbed was black and greasy, had a weird smell. Luckily, by then I haven't opened the Coke, so the Coke inside was good. So I was like, oh man, let me just wipe this greasy black exterior that reminds me of feces off of it. It was a little, what the fuck? It creeped me out a little bit, but you know what? I was still like, fuck it, I gotta go in, I gotta drink this thing, I gotta drink this fucking Coke, I gotta try it. I went to the store, I bought it. I was I want this newness in my face, in my mouth. So I wiped the gunk. It smelled like fucking like a goat's anus. Don't ask me how I know what a goat's anus smells like. But anyway, I opened the Coke up.
What? Yeah.
Sorry, I'm drinking a Coke over here. Yeah, and I take a sip. And it's pretty good, you know. I get a little jolt of caffeine, a little sugar, and I'm excited. I'm getting a little excited, so I tip it back further. I just let it start pouring down my throat. I've got Coca-Cola. Ooh, this black caffeinated Coke just pouring down my throat out of this feces tube that I was just holding. It's in my hand. And I wiped that off though, so it's not there anymore. Now it's going down my throat and stuff. And then I feel like 3 or 4 hard things, like rocks, like pebbles, go into my mouth.
What the?
Couple of them hit my teeth. That's when I first knew it. But then I felt like 1 or 2 of them in the back of my throat, and I'm gagging just remembering this. And the pebbles, I couldn't. I couldn't cough them up. And by that point, I was too entrenched in Coca-Cola going down my gullet that I couldn't just stop myself. I couldn't stop my hand from tipping over. It was just like a reaction. It was like an MSG jitter. I don't know what it really was. But I keep pouring the Coke in, and these rocks and marbles are first they're going down my throat and choking me, but I couldn't stop drinking. And then the rocks and the pebbles are grinding against my teeth as the Coca-Cola is just there and it's grinding on my teeth. And it goes into my, and then I accidentally swallow those. And then I wrote Coca-Cola. I was a little upset about this, if you could imagine. I didn't really have proof of what happened, but I know it happened. It just happened, and I just relived it right there. I almost want to write them another letter. Yeah, so I write them. They write me back. And this is what they said in the note. I actually have it right here. Sometimes the sugar, because we put a lot of that shit in there, tons of fucking sugar, congeals and it comes back together. It's magical. Something we put in the Coke sometimes magically makes the sugar form rocks. And sometimes you'll drink rocks. P.S. You can't sue us. Then they called me a bad word, and that was about it. Never heard from them again. Anyway, go out there and get yourself a Coke. This has been Zindu reporting to you live for the Dark Sewer News Network. Have a happy Halloween, everybody. We'll be back with one more scary show I heard. I can't wait to tell another. I got my next one. My next scary story that I have for you guys is crazy. You won't even believe that one. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Bye. Ha ha.
What the fuck? Okay. Sugar does not reform after it's diluted, dissolved. I guess you. There's probably ways of getting out of there. I don't. You were probably drinking fucking garbage, Zendu. I don't know what's going on with you. You're weird. Look. It's the end of the show. We had a great evening together. It was about 3 hours of the scariest goddamn things you've ever heard in your entire life. You really don't want to turn around right now because your boss is standing there and his junk is in his hand and he wants you to take that junk and throw it out because you're the janitor at your job, and your job is to throw junk away. It's your job. We'll be back next week with more Nick the Rat Radio. I hope you had a great evening, and we'll listen to one more song, and then we're going to wrap this show up, and we're going to pray to the gods of pumpkins that we get a lot of candy this year. We're going to... Okay, let's put this last song on here. This is Dambro Joker original mix. Wait a second. No, okay. Let's just put this on. I'm not going to even say that last part. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it spoopy.
Yeah, your show fucking sucks, kid. It's a piece of shit. Your show's terrible, man. It's not even fucking good. Hope it gets canceled.
Hey, motherfucker.
Let's see. Rats.
I got all about those women.
Rats. Nick the Rats. And rodent farms as an answer.
Where'd you get that one? That's a good story.
Yeah.
Rodents. Let's grow some rats and eat them.
Yeah, some big ones. Oh, I can't even stand. I mean, first of all, let me ask you a question. Nobody likes rats and mice and all that, right?
Nick the Rat! Hey, motherfucker. You're a badass motherfucker. I just want to tell you that. Motherfucker.
Gotta get hard, man.
You're building a rat ship here.
I just gotta let you know right now, man, you're doing great stuff, and I fucking love you, man, your show rocks. Nick the Rat!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The owls are not what they seem.